Good morning, I'm going to present ReuseIt, a second-hand market app. We started thinking about the problem. We live in a culture of consumerism. Items that a few years ago were considered luxuries are now a necessity. About 1.7 billion of people belong to the class of the consumer. Goods are fastly replaced, and as a result, many items remain unused or simply thrown away. But there is also a good opportunity. Only the second-hand apparel market will reach $51 billion in 3 years. The solution is a mobile app where users can buy and sell used items to save money, make money, and help the environment through recycling. These are the technologies used during the development phase. We use Kotlin as development language. With its functional programming, coroutines, and safety features, allows us to reach a good result in a short period of time in a very concise way. We use Firebase for the backend, Firestore for the database, and Firebase function for some backend features. We also integrated Google Maps services in the app. For what concern architecture choices, we use model view pattern. That's patterns allows us to encapsulate the development of the graphical user interface from the development of business logic and backend. All fragments interact with a Firebase repository class through the view model. That's the app. With ReuseIt, you can build a reputation with your profile, search for items using your phone or tablet, and find exactly what you want, applying different filters to your search. You can then contact the seller and make the deal. You can add an item that you like in your favorite in order to receive push notification whenever the state of the items changes. To add an item to the store, you can just snap a photo, select the category, condition, price, and then sell your stuff. With ReuseIt, you can sell in just one tap, selecting among the interested user and make the deal. Buy and sell only from people you trust, checking the user rating and reviews, and join the community. That's our development teams made up of three members. Then let's take a look to the app in details.
Well, this is the login section. We have a logo, a welcome message, and a button. We choose to implement the Google Sign-in service. In fact, if we press the button, we can see the different account. Let's choose one of them, and the item for sale list appears because this is the main screen. But let's begin with the profile section. We can navigate into the profile by using the navbar, and this is the profile. As we can see, there is the image of the profile that can be put in full screen mode, and all the other information of the profile, including also the location that is displayed at the bottom of the screen. Of course, we have the landscape variation, and we can edit the profile by pressing on the pencil. In this case, we can change the rotation of the image, or change the image itself, or change some other fields, but except from the email, because the email is taken from the Google account. In this case, let's try to change the nickname and put a nickname that is already in the system. And if we press on the save button, an error message appears because we must choose a nickname that not exists on the system. In this case, let's try to choose this nickname and try to leave a blank full name. In fact, the validation works because the full name is required. So let's add a valid full name and save the profile. We can perform the undo operation, and in fact, in this case, we have the nickname and the name that have the previous values. The other important section is the advertisement section. In this case, we have all the items previously added by the profile, but of course we can add the new item. In this case, we can give a title, a description, and as we can see, the keyboard change according to the input type, the date, the location of the item, and all the features of the item, the condition, the category, and a subcategory. Of course, we can add a new image, select it from gallery, for example, this image, and save the button. And as we can see, the item has been inserted correctly into the list. We can, for example, we can see all the details of the item. In fact, we have the title, the price, the label that displays that this item is available. In fact, the item can be available, sold, and blocked, and also all the other information, including the information of the seller. In fact, we can navigate to the seller, and also the information about the location of the item. In this case, if we press on the marker, it shows up a message which says that the item is in that location. And then we have also the button which displays the interested user, but now there are no interested users yet. Of course, we can modify the item, for example, rotate the image, or change the price, or perform some actions like block advertisement. In this case, the item will be visible only to us, or mark it as available. Of course, we have the landscape variation. In fact, if we put the phone in landscape mode, as we can see, the UI changed in order to fill all the available space. But now let's focus on the item for sale.
Okay, now we have two emulators, one of the account Pietro Bianchi, the other one of the account Rinaldo Clemente. This is the item on sale list, so the list of all the items of all the other accounts. We can see there are chips of categories to search items, so we can search women's fashion, men's fashion, also games, video games, automotive, and at each tap on chips of categories appears the chips of subcategories like motorcycle, or we can also deselect and select all the categories. There is another way to search an item applying filters of price, condition, or location, like condition new and the location Turin. We can just save and we can see the items, and also we can clear all the filters. The other way to the last way to search an item is with this name, like barbecue. We can see the barbecue. Now we select the barbecue item because the owner is Pietro Bianchi, so we can see the interaction between them. In the item, we can see the photo and the full screen of the photo, professional, the name, the price, description, conditions, category, subcategory, also the location and the expiry date. So we can see that the item is here, your position into the map. We can also navigate inside the account, and we can see also his feedback. Okay, if we are interested to the item, we can just send a notification of interested to the owner, and a notification appears to the owner. Okay, before to go to the owner account, we can just go into favorites. We can see that the professional barbecue appears with the label available into favorite fragment. Okay, into the owner account, we can see that a user is interested to my announce. Okay, pressing on it, we can see the item, and into the owner item, we can see a button show interested user. Okay, this is the dialogue of interested user on this item. Now, between the notification and the selling, there should be the conversation between the two peers. Now we just jump this part and selling the item to Rinaldo Clem. Now we just sell to him, and with the notification appears on the other account. Okay, the notification appears on the other account, and we can just go to both item. This is the fragment of both item. We have the professional barbecue, and we can press on the feedback icon to leave a feedback, numerical feedback from 1 to 5. We put 2 to see the difference between the last between 4.3, and leave bad barbecue. Okay, save. Okay, we can see that in direct the feedback changed, so we can see into my profile, in profile of Pietro Bianchi, that notification that arrives the notification of reviews, and the feedbacks are also with professional barbecue. The last part of the of the app is the logout, so an account can log out himself and sign in with another account.